Good morning everyone, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming, home of tips, tricks, guides and tunes for Forza Horizon. I'm looking at the Spring Developer Championship today. Finally, you get the Ford Raptor 11 for this one, and it's all a set of custom blueprints created by the developers. Peak Rally, Tour of the Cotswolds and Lakehurst Valley. That's your events for this, all custom blueprints, all dirt racing. This should be interesting.
Spring. The season of new life and new beginnings. Oh, and new championships, of course.
So what shall I go for? Off-road, the John Cooper Works Countryman All 4. This is a auction house car, but this is probably the most stable vehicle you can use for this. Because trucks are not stable in the slightest. Let's get loaded in, and it's Peak Rally first. Difficulty settings. I'm going to set on Unbeatable, traction off, stability off for dirt racing standard. So go, pull away. Got a few trucks here, got the Merc. That's pretty quick to be fair, that Merc G-Wagon. Although it has got a tendency to end up on its roof, that's why I haven't used it. But it's definitely a battle going on here. This is a custom route, so I'm not overly familiar with this. In fact, this is only the second time I've actually played it. The first time is earlier today when I actually played it proper. And what happened was that I recorded the event, then about halfway through, it stopped recording because apparently I ran out of disk space on my DVR drive. Fair enough, which bugged me a bit, so I had to go back and clear some space and re-record. So this is actually the re-recorded part. So this is the second attempt, a second run, and it is on Unbeatable still. So I managed to get myself into second. It's a bit of a mad one, this, because these trucks are really dirty. They're really bashy and bumpy, and it's a bit of a pain to get past them. But I'm getting there. It's alright. And come around this corner. It's not as bad as the Autumn Developer Championship. That was just terrible. That was a terrible blueprints. Oh, it didn't work right. Just didn't enjoy it. So basically, we've got a dirt racing. I get to pick this Mini, which is cool, give you a nudge. I'm not past a little bit of dirty driving as well on here, because they will budge you, they will nudge you, they will knock you outside of these increasingly tiny checkpoints. Now, some of these checkpoints are so bloody small, it's ridiculous. And when you've got a bunch of trucks trying to get through these all at the same time, it doesn't usually go well. The Mini on this one is the most stable. It's probably not the fastest in regard to top speed, but it's got good acceleration, it's got good handling, and I'll be honest, if I did this in a truck, I'd spend more time on my roof than on the wheels. So give that a drift round there, clip the flag, and just carry on really. It's one of those ones where you'd go, yeah, might take you a couple of goes because it's a new route. No one's really familiar with this. Did I just hit a sheep? I think I just hit a sheep. Never mind. It's lambing season. Anyway, he says that being a vegetarian. But anyway, moving on. Flying around past the wind farms, taking out all these flags. My voice is going a little bit, so apologies for that one. These lot are definitely pushing me on this. And we've got this turn up here. This is dodgy. This is not a good turn. So put the brakes down and yeah, I lost it a bit then. Okay, so I'll rewind it, put the brakes down a little bit harder, try and keep it straight, and you're nudging me. Yeah, I'll take them out okay if you hadn't nudged me and give me a bit extra speed. This is how dodgy these lot actually are. These drive tires are getting dirtier and dirtier. Let's have another go. You're still nudging me and trying to push me, but no, I'm not having it. I'm going wide, but I've done it so I can actually take that corner. That's pretty sharp. And it's one of those where I recorded this again for a second time because the recording went wrong. I thought, you know, how easy is it on highly skilled in comparison to this? And the funny thing is, they're just as bad. They're just as dirty driving. They race off like crazy. And the only difference is where you start on the line. So I was going to do a comparison, but end up just dumping that recording of the highly skilled and just keeping my unbeatable event here. Back onto the road for this lot. This is actually quite a long event, this one is. And there's some absolutely mad ones. There's 3 custom blueprints of this. And this isn't too bad. I could sort of have a bit of fun with this sort of stuff once I get used to it, but hit rewind again. So I took that corner a little bit too quick. Because there is a thing on this game now, a lot of the events I'm sort of playing by muscle memory really, because I've played them so many times that this is like just sort of brand new to me. Cut that corner. And that's the good thing about this, is that you can actually cut some of the corners and don't have to slow down as much. Got another corner here which I definitely need to slow down a bit for, because I'm going off into the forest, which I don't want. Clip out some fence. This is a funny one. I haven't taken this too well. You're trying to pass me, but you can normally take that in a fairly decent line without slowing down too much. I get on alright with dirt racing, so you know I'm sort of happier with this than I was with the road racing one. You're nudging me again. I think that's the Ram TRX, whether it's the car past car. So yes, another pay to win. Little jump. Come flying around here. You can build up a decent bit of speed, to be fair. The little drifts, and you see why I've knocked the traction off and the stability off. Bit of a hard turn by the house. Take out some fence. Just give it a bit more power as I go round. Don't have to slow down too much for that one. This one you can just cut the corner without too many issues, although I did wobble it a bit wrong there. This isn't going to be enough one. I braked a little bit early on that one. Turn it round into the trees. Come on, don't let them pass you. This is literally the last minute. Come on, last second. Little jump and through the line. First place, job's a good one. That's the first one out of the way, and that's actually pretty big blueprint. Next up, tour of the Cotswolds, yeah, which is that part, you know, just down round by the windmill round. It's in England, you know, it's like around Gloucestershire. If anyone knows where Gloucestershire is, if you're not in England, but it's yeah, it's a very beautiful part of the country. Very, very beautiful part of the country. Been down there a few times, like Nymphsfield and Stroud and places like that. But anyway, you just nudged me, and yeah, I missed the checkpoint. And this is the thing, you get nudged so much. They actually are nudging you outside of the checkpoints, because some of these are quite small. That one isn't. That one's actually pretty decent size, but you do get the pretty small ones, and you get nudged outside them. So I'm basically playing a game of nudge and budge back. Careful on that. That was a bit of a surprising corner. First time I saw that one. So I am sort of nudging them back and pushing my way all the way through, because this is kind of crazy. And you've got all these trucks going down these little dirt paths, and I can take that wide bit a bit too much. I can normally do that and cut up whatever's there, but that Bronco just smacked into me. Well, I smacked into that Bronco, I'm not entirely sure, but normally you can sort of get ahead if you just cut the line like that. Coming around here, it's actually quite difficult to try and stay near the lines on here. There's a bit of a tight turn there, so I've got to do a bit of hard braking. Gone a little bit wide, but not hit the house. But they've passed me. I'm not playing games today. I'm not playing games with this stuff because I'm sort of on a timer trying to get this stuff out. I'm already late. But I've got round there anyway. I can see him weaving behind me. That Bronco's really pushing me. It really is. Just try and build up some speed. The top speed on this Mini is not the best in the world, but the acceleration's pretty hot and the handling is really good. Because I don't want to end up on my roof. This is one of the reasons I didn't go for a G-Wagon in the end. It's a cheap alternative, loads of acceleration, very nice, but far too easy to tip on some of these routes. That's not a bad corner, took that one. And we're all through the forest, yeah. Why not? Gotta be careful on that, otherwise you go off completely wrong direction. Yeah, and all these routes are actually designed by the developers. This was in a couple of years ago, but I don't know if it's these routes or what, because this event only came into the game today. This is on the Thursday, on the day of the changeover. When normally the stuff comes in with updates, but this didn't for some reason. Same with the autumn event, which I thought was a bit weird in a way, that the playlist went out and didn't have all the events in. And when 2 months ago, for the last 2 months, you've actually had Series 40 full and complete in the game files. So it was beginning of Series 38. I had a look, 39 was in there, 40 was in there, and I haven't even looked past that, so you've probably got 41, 42, I don't know, but that's what you've got in there, and it's odd that you've got stuff like that months in advance, but you haven't got something like this. But I don't know, but this is a tight corner around here. And go around there, and oh, I've hit the barrier. I'm hitting rewind. I'm so close to the end now. I'm not messing around with that stuff. So brake, take a slightly better line. Another little turn here, and I've overshot that again completely on the way to a festival stage. So let's have another go. Rewind is definitely a good thing for routes you don't really know that well. Under the tunnel, and that's another one. I totally missed that. I totally didn't see that one coming. So slow that down, give it a drift round, and the finish line is up at the end here, which isn't too bad. And that's it, first place again. Jobs are good, and 2 for 2, looking all right. And the third event, the final event, Lakehurst Valley. Yeah, this is a bit silly. So let's go. Come on. They've pulled away pretty quickly. I'm sort of catching up with them. We're over a shop a bit there in that truck. Let's go around here. Let's see if I can knock a couple. Knock the Merc. Knock the other Merc. Show off skill. 5th place. This is where stuff gets a bit dodgy, because it's a very tight turn there. It's very easy to miss these very narrow checkpoints, and when you've got a group of trucks and a group of racers going around here, it's very difficult to pass any of them. They're going around on rails, and I'm trying to be very careful not to hit trees, because as I've stated before, I tend to be magnetised to trees in this game. So I'm desperately trying to catch up. Second is what I need as a minimum. There's a lot of dust being kicked up here. Give it a nudge, and Okay. Did I clip it? Yeah, I think I just managed to clip that flag. Just. And this is how narrow they are, and that's how easy it is to miss them. You almost flipped in the Bronco. You've budged me, and you've sent me outside of that one. So I'm going to hit rewind again and try that again. Because you budge me, I try and push back, you don't move. You just push past me, but it doesn't matter, I'm hitting my checkpoints here. Until I don't. I'm hitting my checkpoints until I don't. Let's take that checkpoint. And we're going up through the valley here now. Oh, this is going to be fun. And I like the way that some of these are flying around top speed, not flipping whatsoever. And I'm one of those stable vehicles you can use for this. And I'm desperate trying not to flip it. Because I'll flip this over in a bit. There you go. Almost flipped it there. So I'm going to hit rewind. This is absolutely mad. I purposely don't pick certain vehicles because they flip easily. And I'm racing against them, they're not flipping. Although I am. So let's see if I can catch up. I've got 4th here. I've got 60% in, so it's getting a bit iffy. But if anything says anything about how I race on this, dirt racing is one of my better things. Although I keep hitting my tree. Let's have another go. Let's go around, slow it down. Okay, I managed not to hit the tree then, which is good. I'm still in 4th. And I'm hitting my tree. So I'm not even going to hit it, I'm just going to hit rewind. Another go. And into a tree. You just cannot pull it back from that. Let's have another... No, totally wrong. Because you're going up to it and you're just trying to move it and it just won't move. Try and take it a bit wider and not seeing where the hell you're going. So it needs another rewind. This one is absolute chaos. It really is. The other two, I don't mind. They're alright. Number 4, in the G-Wagon, you just missed the checkpoint. Yes, you did. So bye-bye. So, okay, you have missed the checkpoint, but I'm in 3rd at this point. I've got Yaricon and whoever else. Kiki Witch, yeah. It's funny because Kiki Witch doesn't even play this game. Bit of rewinding. This is so narrow around here. This is absolutely crazy stuff. I've just rolled you. I've toppled you over. Good, good. Now just a little battle for first. I want to get first on it. Going wide. Hit rewind again. Let's see if I can take this corner a little bit better. With these blueprints, the first one's alright. The second one's alright. This one is absolute mess. I'm not a fan of it. I'm really not. Because I think the checkpoints are just too close together. That's honestly my big complaint with checkpoints too close together. But that's the finish line anyway. So that's the spring. I was going to say autumn. That's the spring Dev Championship completed. Mini Countryman. Ram Rebel TRX. Yeah, that's a car pass car. And yeah, that's it. That's all done, sorted. Spring Developer Championship complete. Because this is a recording, a re-recording in fact, I don't actually get a screen that pops up and tells me I've unlocked a Ford Raptor. I think it's for F-150, but I have unlocked it. I did get it last time, but recording such, you know, as I said. So that's that sorted. If you like this stuff, drop a like, leave me a comment. I've got my other championships up on screen. So until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy and happy driving.